Question 1. Mr. Hernandez is a 65-year-old resident of New Mexico who wants to supplement his retirement income with a life insurance policy. He is in good health and has no dependents. Which type of life insurance policy would be the most suitable option for Mr. Hernandez, considering his goals and New Mexico-specific regulations? A. Term life insurance. B. Whole life insurance. C. Universal life insurance, UL. D. Variable universal life insurance, VUL. The correct answer is B. Whole life insurance. For Mr. Hernandez's situation, a whole life insurance policy is the most suitable option. Here's why. Term life insurance. This provides coverage for a specific period, e.g., 10 or 20 years, and pays out a death benefit only if the insured dies within that term. Since Mr. Hernandez doesn't have dependents and wants coverage beyond a set period, term life wouldn't be ideal. Whole life insurance. This offers guaranteed lifetime coverage, accumulates cash value over time, and pays a death benefit upon the insured's death. This cash value can be accessed through loans or withdrawals while Mr. Hernandez is alive, providing him with additional income flexibility. Universal life insurance, UL, offers flexibility in premiums and death benefit amounts, but the cash value growth is not guaranteed. With Mr. Hernandez focusing on supplementing his retirement income, a guaranteed cash value like in whole life is more beneficial. Variable universal life insurance, VUL. VUL links cash value growth to market performance. While it offers higher potential returns, it also comes with market risk. Given Mr. Hernandez's age and desire for stability, VUL might not be the best choice. Question 2. A resident of New Mexico is applying for a health insurance policy. They have a pre-existing medical condition. Under the New Mexico Health Insurance Marketplace regulations, which of the following statements is most accurate regarding their ability to obtain coverage? A. They will be denied coverage due to their pre-existing condition. B. They will be offered a guaranteed issue plan with potentially higher premiums. C. They cannot participate in the New Mexico Health Insurance Marketplace. D. Pre-existing conditions are not considered when applying for marketplace plans. The correct answer is B. They will be offered a guaranteed issue plan with potentially higher premiums. The Affordable Care Act, ACA, prohibits health insurance companies from denying coverage or charging higher premiums based on pre-existing conditions. This applies to plans offered through the New Mexico Health Insurance Marketplace. Guaranteed issue plans. These plans are available to everyone regardless of health status. However, they may have higher premiums compared to plans offered to individuals without pre-existing conditions. Question 3. A life insurance agent in New Mexico is explaining the concept of contestability to a client. Which of the following statements best describes the concept of contestability in the context of New Mexico life insurance regulations? A. The life insurance company cannot contest the policy after a certain period, regardless of misrepresentations on the application. B. The life insurance company can only contest the policy if the misrepresentation is material to the risk of insuring the applicant. C. There is no contestability clause in New Mexico life insurance policies. D. The beneficiary can contest the policy if the death benefit is not paid out. The correct answer is B. The life insurance company can only contest the policy if the misrepresentation is material to the risk of insuring the applicant. Contestability refers to the right of a life insurance company to challenge the validity of a policy and deny the death benefit if the applicant made a material misrepresentation on the application. Material misrepresentation. This is a false or misleading statement that could have influenced the insurer's decision to issue the policy or the premium charged. Question 4. Ms. Garcia is a resident of New Mexico and is considering purchasing a long-term care insurance policy. She is concerned about the potential for premium increases in the future. Which of the following statements is most accurate regarding premium increases for long-term care insurance policies in New Mexico? A. Premiums for long-term care insurance policies in New Mexico are guaranteed to remain level throughout the policy term. B. New Mexico regulations require insurers to offer guaranteed renewable policies with no premium increases. C. Premiums can be adjusted by the insurer based on claims experience and other factors, subject to approval by the New Mexico Insurance Division. D. Long-term care insurance policies in New Mexico are community rated, meaning everyone pays the same premium regardless of age or health. The correct answer is C. Premiums can be adjusted by the insurer based on claims experience and other factors, subject to approval by the New Mexico Insurance Division. While guaranteed renewable long-term care policies exist, they do not guarantee level premiums. In New Mexico, insurers can request premium increases based on factors like claims experience and rising costs of care. These requests must be approved by the New Mexico Insurance Division after a public review process. Policyholders have the right to contest proposed premium increases. Question 5. A New Mexico resident is replacing their existing health insurance plan with a new one through the New Mexico Health Insurance Marketplace. What is the maximum enrollment period allowed under the marketplace rules following a qualifying life event, e.g., marriage, job loss? A. 30 days, B. 60 days, standard enrollment period, C. Special enrollment period determined by the marketplace based on the life event, D. The marketplace does not allow replacing existing plans. The correct answer is C. Special enrollment period determined by the marketplace based on the life event. The New Mexico Health Insurance Marketplace offers special enrollment periods outside the standard enrollment window for individuals experiencing qualifying life events. These periods can vary depending on the specific event. Examples of qualifying life events include loss of health insurance coverage, marriage or divorce, having a child or adopting a child. Question 6. A life insurance agent in New Mexico is explaining the concept of grace periods to a client. What is the minimum grace period required by New Mexico life insurance regulations for payment of premiums? A. 10 days, B. 30 days, standard industry practice, C. As specified in the individual policy contract, with a minimum of 10 days. D. Grace periods are not mandatory for life insurance policies in New Mexico. The correct answer is C. As specified in the individual policy contract, with a minimum of 10 days. New Mexico life insurance regulations require a minimum grace period for premium payments, but the specific duration can be outlined in the individual policy contract. This period allows time for policyholders to make payments after the due date without risking policy lapse. Question 7. A health insurance agent in New Mexico is explaining the benefits of accident and health insurance to a potential client. According to New Mexico mandated health insurance coverage, which of the following benefits is not required to be included in all individual and small group health plans? A. Ambulatory patient services, outpatient care. B. Emergency services. C. Preventive and wellness services, e.g., screenings, immunizations. D. Prescription drug coverage. The correct answer is D. Prescription drug coverage. The Affordable Care Act, ACA, established essential health benefits, EHBs, that most individual and small group health plans must cover. However, prescription drug coverage is not mandated under the ACA and may be offered as a separate benefit or excluded from a plan entirely. Question 8. A resident of New Mexico is considering becoming a life insurance agent. Which of the following statements is most accurate regarding the licensing process in New Mexico? A. There are no specific education or experience requirements to become a life insurance agent in New Mexico. B. Passing the National Life and Accident Insurance Pre-Licensing Exam is sufficient for licensure. C. New Mexico requires pre-licensing education courses and passing a state-specific life insurance exam. D. Only residents of New Mexico can obtain a life insurance agent license in the state. The correct answer is C. New Mexico requires pre-licensing education courses and passing a state-specific life insurance exam. To become a life insurance agent in New Mexico, individuals must complete pre-licensing education courses approved by the New Mexico Office of the Superintendent of Insurance, OSI. Pass the National Life and Accident Insurance Pre-Licensing Exam. Pass a New Mexico State-Specific Life Insurance Exam. New Mexico-Specific Rule. Detailed information on life insurance agent licensing requirements can be found on the New Mexico OSI website. Question 9. A health insurance company in New Mexico is developing a new health insurance plan for Medicare beneficiaries. When marketing this plan, Medicare Supplement, which of the following statements would be a violation of New Mexico advertising regulations for Medicare Supplement insurance? A. Highlighting the plan's benefits compared to original Medicare, Parts A and B. B. Using testimonials from satisfied Medicare Supplement policyholders. C. Offering a free gift to individuals who enroll in the plan. D. Stating that the plan is the best option for all Medicare beneficiaries. The correct answer is C. Offering a free gift to individuals who enroll in the plan. New Mexico adheres to Medicare marketing guidelines established by the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, CMS. These guidelines prohibit offering gifts or other inducements, except for modest items of nominal value, to encourage enrollment in Medicare supplement plans. Question 10. Mr. Hernandez is a 65-year-old resident of New Mexico who wants to supplement his retirement income with a life insurance policy. He is in good health and has no dependents. Which type of life insurance policy would be the most suitable option for Mr. Hernandez, considering his financial goals and current life stage according to New Mexico regulations? A. Term life insurance with a long-term guarantee period. B. Whole life insurance with a cash value component. C. Universal life insurance with flexible premium payments. D. Variable universal life insurance with investment potential. The correct answer is B. Whole life insurance with a cash value component. Given Mr. Hernandez's age and lack of dependents, a life insurance policy with a death benefit and a cash value accumulation would be most beneficial. While term life insurance provides only a death benefit, whole life insurance offers lifetime coverage and a cash value that grows over time. This cash value can be accessed through loans or withdrawals during Mr. Hernandez's lifetime according to New Mexico Insurance Code Chapter 59A, Article 6 regarding whole life insurance policies. Question 11. A health insurance company in New Mexico denies a resident's claim for a medical procedure, citing a policy exclusion. The resident believes the exclusion is unfair. What recourse does the resident have under New Mexico insurance regulations? A. Cancel the health insurance policy immediately. B. File a formal complaint with the New Mexico Office of the Superintendent of Insurance, OSI. C. Negotiate a lower premium with the health insurance company. D. Pay for the procedure out of pocket and seek no further action. The correct answer is B. File a formal complaint with the New Mexico Office of the Superintendent of Insurance, OSI. New Mexico residents have the right to appeal a health insurance company's denial of coverage. The New Mexico Office of the Superintendent of Insurance, OSI, plays a vital role in consumer protection and resolves disputes between policyholders and insurance companies. Residents can file a formal complaint with the OSI if they believe a policy exclusion is unfair or the denial is unjustified according to New Mexico Administrative Code Title 10, Chapter 10, Part 11 regarding grievance procedures for health insurance. Question 12. A resident of New Mexico is replacing their current health insurance plan with a new one. According to New Mexico mandated health insurance coverage, which of the following benefits must be included in the new plan? A. Vision coverage. B. Acupuncture treatments. C. Mental health services. D. Cosmetic surgery. The correct answer is C. Mental health services. The New Mexico Essential Health Benefits Package mandates that all qualified health plans in the state must cover essential health benefits. This includes mental health services, with specific requirements outlined in New Mexico Administrative Code Title 10, Chapter 10, Part 17 regarding Mental Health Parity Acts. While vision coverage and acupuncture treatments may be offered as optional add-ons, they are not mandated benefits. Cosmetic surgery is typically excluded from health insurance plans. Question 13. Ms. Garcia is a licensed life insurance agent in New Mexico who wants to add accident and health insurance products to her license. What additional licensing requirements must Ms. Garcia fulfill according to New Mexico insurance regulations? A. Complete a separate licensing exam for accident and health insurance. B. Notify the New Mexico Office of the Superintendent of Insurance, OSI, in writing. C. Take a continuing education course specific to accident and health insurance. D. All of the above. The correct answer is D. All of the above. In New Mexico, life insurance agents who wish to sell accident and health insurance products must fulfill additional licensing requirements as outlined in New Mexico Insurance Code Chapter 59A, Article 2 regarding producer licensing. This includes passing a separate licensing exam for accident and health insurance, notifying the New Mexico Office of the Superintendent of Insurance, OSI, in writing, and completing a continuing education course specific to accident and health insurance. Question 14. A New Mexico resident is considering purchasing a Medicare supplement plan, Medigap, to help cover out-of-pocket costs associated with original Medicare. What factors should this resident consider when choosing a Medigap plan according to New Mexico Medigap regulations? A. The plan's name and color. B. The resident's age and health needs. C. The availability of the plan in their zip code. D. Recommendations from friends and family. The correct answer is B. The resident's age and health needs. New Mexico adheres to federal Medigap regulations outlined by the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, CMS. When choosing a Medigap plan, residents should prioritize their individual needs. Factors to consider include their age, health status, expected medical expenses, and desired level of coverage. Residents can find information on standardized Medigap plans offered in their state, regardless of zip code. Recommendations from friends and family may not be suitable due to individual circumstances. Question 15. A health insurance company in New Mexico offers discounts on health insurance premiums to policyholders who participate in a wellness program. What legal considerations must the insurance company adhere to when implementing such a program according to New Mexico insurance regulations? A. There are no specific legal considerations. B. The program must be mandatory for all policyholders. C. Discounts offered must be proportional to the health benefit gained. D. Information about the program must be readily available in multiple languages. The correct answer is C. Discounts offered must be proportional to the health benefit gained. New Mexico follows federal regulations regarding wellness programs in health insurance plans as outlined by the Affordable Care Act, ACA. Insurance companies can offer premium discounts for participation in wellness programs, but the discounts must be reasonably related to the health benefit expected from the program. This prevents discrimination against individuals who choose not to participate due to health reasons or personal preference. Question 16. A resident of New Mexico is nearing retirement and is considering purchasing an annuity product. What are some key features of annuities that this resident should understand according to New Mexico insurance regulations? A. The guaranteed growth rate offered by the annuity. B. Tax implications of withdrawals and death benefits. C. Surrender charges associated with early withdrawal. D. All of the above. The correct answer is D. All of the above. New Mexico Insurance Code Chapter 59A, Article 10 governs the sale and regulation of annuities in the state. Residents considering annuities should understand several key features. These include guaranteed growth rate. Not all annuities offer guaranteed growth. Some may have variable rates tied to market performance. Tax implications. Taxes are applied differently to annuity withdrawals and death benefits depending on the type of annuity chosen. Surrender charges. These are penalties imposed if an annuity is withdrawn before a certain period. Understanding these features is crucial for informed decision-making when purchasing an annuity product in New Mexico. Question 17. A health insurance company in New Mexico denies coverage for a policyholder's prescription medication, citing a formulary exclusion. What is a formulary, and what recourse does the policyholder have if they disagree with the exclusion? A. A list of preferred medications covered by the insurance company. B. The policyholder can immediately cancel their health insurance plan. C. There is no recourse. The policyholder must pay out of pocket. D. Both A and B. The correct answer is A. A list of preferred medications covered by the insurance company. A formulary is a list of medications that a health insurance company covers at specific tiers. These tiers may have different co-pays or deductibles. If a prescribed medication is not on the formulary, it may be excluded from coverage. However, the policyholder does have recourse. They can request a step therapy exception. This allows them to try formulary medications first before coverage is considered for the excluded medication. Appeal the decision. The policyholder can file a formal appeal with the insurance company, outlining why they believe the medication is medically necessary. New Mexico Administrative Code Title 10, Chapter 10, Part 11 outlines grievance procedures for health insurance in the state. Question 18. A resident of New Mexico is shopping for individual health insurance and encounters a plan with a health maintenance organization, HMO, network. What are some advantages and disadvantages of HMO plans that this resident should consider? A. HMO plans typically offer lower premiums but may limit choice of doctors. B. HMO plans offer broader coverage with no network restrictions. C. There are no disadvantages to HMO plans. D. Residents must choose an HMO plan if they are young and healthy. The correct answer is A. HMO plans typically offer lower premiums but may limit choice of doctors. HMO plans offer a managed care approach to health insurance. Advantages include potentially lower premiums due to negotiated rates with network providers. However, disadvantages include limited network. Care is typically restricted to in-network providers except for emergencies. Gatekeeper referral. A primary care physician, PCP, acts as a gatekeeper, often requiring referrals to see specialists within the network. These are important factors for residents to consider when choosing an HMO plan in New Mexico. Question 19. A life insurance agent in New Mexico is contacted by a potential client who wants a policy with a large face amount. The agent discovers the client has no dependents and a significant amount of debt. What ethical considerations should the agent prioritize according to New Mexico insurance regulations and ethical codes? A. Focus on selling the policy with the highest commission possible. B. Ensure the client understands the policy's benefits and suitability for their needs. C. Recommend the client prioritizes debt repayment before life insurance. D. Both B and C. The correct answer is D. Both B and C. New Mexico Insurance Code Chapter 59A, Article 18 outlines agent responsibilities and ethical conduct. Agents must prioritize the client's best interests. In this scenario, the agent should needs assessment. Understand the client's financial situation and overall needs. Suitability. Recommend a policy that aligns with the client's needs, not just the highest commission. If a large face amount life insurance policy isn't suitable for the client's current situation, the agent should explain why. Debt prioritization. Life insurance may not be the most pressing need if the client has significant debt. The agent can ethically recommend the client focuses on debt repayment before life insurance. Question 20. A resident of New Mexico is considering a long-term care insurance policy. What are some key factors this resident should consider when evaluating different long-term care insurance options according to New Mexico insurance regulations? A. The policy's daily benefit amount and benefit period. B. The inflation protection rider offered by the insurance company. C. Whether the policy covers home care or only facility-based care. D. All of the above. The correct answer is D. All of the above. Long-term care insurance can be a valuable tool for managing future healthcare needs. When evaluating options in New Mexico, residents should consider daily benefit amount. This determines how much the policy pays per day for covered services. Benefit period. This is the maximum duration the policy will pay benefits. Inflation protection rider. This helps benefits keep pace with rising healthcare costs over time. Coverage type. Policies may cover facility-based care, nursing homes, or home care services, or both. Understanding these factors is crucial for choosing an appropriate long-term care insurance policy in New Mexico. Question 21. A health insurance company in New Mexico receives a complaint from a policyholder who believes their medical records were improperly disclosed. What are the requirements for protecting the privacy of a policyholder's medical information according to the Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act, HIPAA? A. There are no federal regulations regarding medical record privacy. B. Policyholders must explicitly consent to any disclosure of medical information. C. Insurance companies can disclose medical records for marketing purposes. D. Both A and C. The correct answer is B. Policyholders must explicitly consent to any disclosure of medical information. HIPAA is a federal law that protects the privacy of a person's health information. Insurance companies must comply with HIPAA regulations, which include patient authorization. Policyholders must explicitly consent to any disclosure of their medical information, except for certain permitted uses outlined in HIPAA regulations. Security measures. Insurance companies must have safeguards in place to protect the confidentiality and security of medical records. Breach notification. In the event of a data breach involving protected health information, the insurance company must notify affected individuals. Understanding these HIPAA requirements is essential for both policyholders and insurance companies in New Mexico. Question 22. Mr. Hernandez is a resident of New Mexico and wants to sell accident and health insurance. He does not currently hold any other insurance licenses. Which of the following statements is true regarding Mr. Hernandez's licensing requirements in New Mexico? A. Mr. Hernandez can only sell accident insurance without a license. B. Mr. Hernandez needs to pass a separate accident and health insurance producer exam. C. Mr. Hernandez can sell both accident and health insurance after passing the New Mexico Life and Health Insurance Producer exam. D. Mr. Hernandez does not need a license to sell accident and health insurance in New Mexico. The correct answer is C. Mr. Hernandez can sell both accident and health insurance after passing the New Mexico Life and Health Insurance Producer exam. In New Mexico, a single producer license covers both accident and health insurance. Mr. Hernandez needs to pass the New Mexico Life and Health Insurance Producer exam to become licensed to sell both accident and health insurance products in the state. Question 23. A resident of New Mexico is diagnosed with a pre-existing medical condition. They are considering applying for a health insurance policy. According to New Mexico's health insurance reforms, which of the following statements is most likely true? A. The insurer can deny coverage based solely on the pre-existing condition. B. The pre-existing condition will always affect the premium amount. C. The insurer cannot deny coverage based solely on the pre-existing condition, but they may impose rating restrictions. D. The pre-existing condition has no impact on the availability or affordability of health insurance. The correct answer is C. The insurer cannot deny coverage based solely on the pre-existing condition, but they may impose rating restrictions. The Affordable Care Act, ACA, prohibits health insurers from denying coverage based solely on pre-existing conditions. However, insurers in New Mexico may impose rating restrictions, which means they can adjust premiums based on health status, but not deny coverage entirely. Question 24. Ms. Garcia is a life insurance agent in New Mexico and is explaining policy options to a client. According to New Mexico regulations, which of the following statements is most accurate regarding replacement life insurance? A. Replacement life insurance requires no disclosure to the existing insurer. B. Replacement life insurance cannot be sold without written documentation of the need for the new policy. C. Replacement life insurance is automatically approved if the face amount is higher than the existing policy. D. Replacement life insurance has no specific regulations in New Mexico. The correct answer is B. Replacement life insurance cannot be sold without written documentation of the need for the new policy. New Mexico follows the National Association of Insurance Commissioners, NAIC, model regarding replacement life insurance. This model regulation requires insurers to obtain written documentation of the reason for replacing an existing policy before issuing a new one. Question 25. A couple living in New Mexico wants to purchase a joint life insurance policy. They are unsure about the available options. According to New Mexico life insurance regulations, which of the following statements is true regarding joint life insurance? A. Only one insured person can be named on a joint life insurance policy in New Mexico. B. A joint life insurance policy pays out the death benefit upon the first death of the insured. C. A survivor life insurance policy pays out the death benefit upon the death of the last surviving insured. D. Both joint and survivor life insurance policies are unavailable in New Mexico. The correct answer is C. A survivor life insurance policy pays out the death benefit upon the death of the last surviving insured. A survivor life insurance policy, also known as second-to-die life insurance, is available in New Mexico. This policy pays out the death benefit only upon the death of the last surviving insured person. Joint life insurance, which pays out upon the first death, is not commonly offered in the U.S. Question 26. Ms. Martinez is a resident of New Mexico and is considering purchasing a long-term care insurance policy. She is concerned about potential tax benefits. According to the New Mexico Tax Code, which of the following statements is true regarding the tax treatment of long-term care insurance premiums? A. Long-term care insurance premiums are always fully deductible under New Mexico state income tax. B. The deductibility of long-term care insurance premiums depends on Ms. Martinez's age and tax filing status. C. Long-term care insurance premiums offer no tax benefits in New Mexico. D. Long-term care insurance benefits are always taxed as income in New Mexico. The correct answer is B. The deductibility of long-term care insurance premiums depends on Ms. Martinez's age and tax filing status. The deductibility of long-term care insurance premiums for federal income tax purposes is determined by Internal Revenue Service (IRS) regulations. New Mexico may or may not conform to these federal guidelines. It's recommended to consult a tax advisor for specific information on tax implications in New Mexico. Question 27. Mr. Khan is a life insurance agent in New Mexico and is explaining policy options to a client. The client asks about the grace period for premium payments. According to New Mexico regulations, which of the following statements is most accurate regarding the grace period for life insurance premiums? A. The grace period for life insurance premiums is not mandated by New Mexico law. B. The grace period for life insurance premiums is always 30 days in New Mexico. C. The grace period for life insurance premiums can vary by insurance company, but cannot be less than 10 days. D. The grace period for life insurance premiums only applies to whole life insurance policies. The correct answer is C. The grace period for life insurance premiums can vary by insurance company, but cannot be less than 10 days. New Mexico law mandates that life insurance policies issued in the state must include a grace period for premium payments. The minimum grace period is typically 10 days, but can vary by insurance company policy. This grace period allows for a late payment without immediate lapse of coverage. Question 28. Ms. Lopez is a resident of New Mexico and is considering purchasing a Medicare supplement policy, Medigap. According to New Mexico regulations, which of the following statements is true regarding Medigap policies? A. Medigap policies are offered by the federal government and standardized nationwide. B. All Medigap policies in New Mexico must cover the same benefits. C. Ms. Lopez can choose from a variety of standardized Medigap plans with different benefits and costs. D. Medigap policies are a replacement for Medicare Part A and Part B coverage. The correct answer is C. Ms. Lopez can choose from a variety of standardized Medigap plans with different benefits and costs. Medicare supplement policies, Medigap, are sold by private insurance companies and standardized by the federal government. This means there are specific standardized plans, A, B, C, D, etc., with defined benefits offered nationwide. However, within a specific plan, e.g., Plan F, insurers may set different premiums. Ms. Lopez can choose the Medigap plan that best suits her needs and budget. Question 29. Mr. Garcia is a health insurance agent in New Mexico and is explaining policy rescission to a client. According to New Mexico regulations, which of the following statements is most accurate regarding health insurance policy rescission? A. An insurer can rescind a health insurance policy for any reason within the first 2 years. B. Health insurance rescission is never allowed in New Mexico. C. An insurer can only rescind a health insurance policy if the applicant misrepresented their health on the application. D. Rescission of a health insurance policy automatically entitles the policyholder to a full refund of premiums. The correct answer is C. An insurer can only rescind a health insurance policy if the applicant misrepresented their health on the application. Health insurance rescission in New Mexico typically occurs when the policyholder misrepresented their health information on the application. This misrepresentation can be intentional or unintentional. However, the insurer must demonstrate the misrepresentation was material to their decision to issue the policy. If rescission is allowed, the policyholder may be entitled to a premium refund, minus any claims paid by the insurer. Question 30. A New Mexico resident is diagnosed with a terminal illness and wants to accelerate their death benefit from their life insurance policy. According to New Mexico life insurance regulations, which of the following options is most likely available? A. The life insurance policy can be immediately cashed out for the full death benefit. B. The life insurance company is not obligated to offer any accelerated death benefit options. C. The life insurance policy may offer an accelerated death benefit rider for terminal illness. D. Accelerated death benefits are only available for accidental death claims in New Mexico. The correct answer is C. The life insurance policy may offer an accelerated death benefit rider for terminal illness. Many life insurance policies offer optional riders, including accelerated death benefit riders for terminal illness. These riders allow the policyholder to access a portion of the death benefit while they are still living if they meet specific criteria, such as a terminal illness diagnosis. Availability and terms of these riders vary by insurance company, so it's important to review the specific policy details. Question 31. A couple living in New Mexico wants to purchase individual health insurance policies. They are concerned about pre-existing conditions. According to the Affordable Care Act, ACA, and New Mexico health insurance regulations, which of the following statements is true regarding pre-existing conditions and health insurance availability? A. Insurers in New Mexico can deny coverage or charge higher premiums based solely on pre-existing conditions. B. The ACA allows insurers to deny coverage for specific pre-existing conditions. C. Insurers in New Mexico cannot deny coverage based solely on pre-existing conditions, but may impose rating restrictions based on health status. D. The ACA mandates that everyone must have health insurance, regardless of pre-existing conditions. The correct answer is C. Insurers in New Mexico cannot deny coverage based solely on pre-existing conditions, but may impose rating restrictions based on health status. The Affordable Care Act, ACA, prohibits health insurers from denying coverage or charging higher premiums based solely on pre-existing conditions. However, insurers can impose rating restrictions, meaning they can adjust premiums based on health status, but not deny coverage entirely. New Mexico adheres to these ACA regulations. Question 32. Ms. Hernandez is a resident of New Mexico and is considering becoming a health insurance agent. She wants to understand the continuing education (CE) requirements. According to New Mexico regulations, which of the following statements is most likely true regarding CE requirements for health insurance agents? A. There are no mandatory CE requirements for health insurance agents in New Mexico. B. Ms. Hernandez must complete 40 hours of CE every 2 years to maintain her health insurance license. C. The CE requirements for health insurance agents in New Mexico vary depending on the specific license type. D. CE courses can be taken online without any approval from the New Mexico Office of Superintendent of Insurance, OSI. The correct answer is C. The CE requirements for health insurance agents in New Mexico vary depending on the specific license type. New Mexico mandates CE for health insurance agents, but the specific requirements depend on the license type, accident, health, life, etc. Ms. Hernandez should consult the New Mexico Office of Superintendent of Insurance, OSI, website for current CE requirements for her desired license. Not all online CE courses are approved, so verification with the OSI is crucial. Question 33. Mr. Garcia is a life insurance agent in New Mexico and is presenting universal life insurance options to a client. According to New Mexico life insurance regulations, which of the following statements is most accurate regarding universal life insurance? A. Universal life insurance policies offer a guaranteed death benefit and a fixed premium. B. Universal life insurance allows for flexible premium payments and potential cash value accumulation. C. Universal life insurance policies are a type of term life insurance with a level premium. D. Universal life insurance death benefits are subject to state income tax in New Mexico. The correct answer is B. Universal life insurance allows for flexible premium payments and potential cash value accumulation. Universal life insurance offers a flexible premium structure where policyholders can adjust their premium payments within certain limits. These policies also have a cash value component that accumulates interest and can be accessed through loans or withdrawals. Death benefits from life insurance policies are generally not subject to income tax in New Mexico, but it's recommended to consult a tax advisor for specific guidance. Question 34. Ms. Martinez is a resident of New Mexico and is considering purchasing a disability income insurance policy. She is unsure about the eligibility requirements. According to New Mexico regulations, which of the following statements is most likely true regarding disability income insurance eligibility? A. Ms. Martinez will be automatically denied coverage if she has a pre-existing medical condition. B. Insurers in New Mexico cannot deny coverage based solely on pre-existing conditions for disability insurance. C. Eligibility for disability income insurance is solely determined by the applicant's occupation. D. Ms. Martinez must meet specific health and occupational criteria to qualify for disability income insurance. The correct answer is D. Ms. Martinez must meet specific health and occupational criteria to qualify for disability income insurance. While pre-existing conditions can be considered during the underwriting process for disability income insurance, insurers cannot deny coverage solely based on that factor in New Mexico. Eligibility typically depends on a combination of factors like health status, occupation, and income. Ms. Martinez should consult with an insurance agent or disability insurance carrier for specific eligibility requirements. Question 35. Mr. Khan is a life insurance agent in New Mexico and is explaining policy contestability to a client. According to New Mexico life insurance regulations, which of the following statements is true regarding the contestability period for life insurance policies? A. Life insurance policies are contestable by the insurer for any reason at any time. B. The contestability period for life insurance policies in New Mexico is typically 1 year from the policy issue date. C. Once the contestability period expires, the insurer cannot contest the policy even if they discover misrepresentations in the application. D. The contestability period only applies to accidental death claims in New Mexico. The correct answer is C. Once the contestability period expires, the insurer cannot contest the policy even if they discover misrepresentations in the application. Most life insurance policies in New Mexico have a contestability period, typically 1 or 2 years from the policy issue date. During this period, the insurer can investigate the application and potentially contest the policy, deny coverage and return premiums, if they discover material misrepresentations made by the applicant. Once the contestability period expires, the insurer generally cannot contest the policy. Question 36. A resident of New Mexico is considering enrolling in a health insurance plan offered through the New Mexico Health Insurance Exchange, BeWellNM.com. They are concerned about the application process. According to New Mexico regulations, which of the following statements is most likely true regarding health insurance enrollment through the exchange? A. Only healthy individuals are eligible to apply for health insurance through the exchange. B. Applicants must provide proof of income verification during the application process. C. The exchange enrollment period is open year-round in New Mexico. D. The exchange only offers health insurance plans from a single carrier. The correct answer is B. Applicants must provide proof of income verification during the application process. The New Mexico Health Insurance Exchange, BeWellNM.com, is a marketplace where individuals and families can shop for and enroll in qualified health insurance plans. Applicants are not required to be healthy, but may qualify for subsidies based on income verification. The exchange typically has open enrollment periods, but these can be specific times of the year. Multiple insurance carriers offer plans through the exchange, allowing for choice and competition. Question 37. Ms. Garcia is a resident of New Mexico and is considering purchasing a long-term care insurance policy. She is concerned about potential inflation and rising costs of care. According to New Mexico regulations, which of the following statements is most accurate regarding long-term care insurance benefits? A. Long-term care insurance benefits are guaranteed to increase automatically to keep pace with inflation. B. Some long-term care insurance policies offer inflation protection riders for an additional premium. C. Long-term care benefits are not subject to state income tax in New Mexico. D. All long-term care insurance policies in New Al Mutahida, United Arab Emirates, must offer inflation protection. The correct answer is B. Some long-term care insurance policies offer inflation protection riders for an additional premium. While long-term care benefits themselves may not automatically adjust for inflation, some policies offer optional inflation protection riders for an additional premium. These riders will increase the benefit amount over time to help offset rising costs of care. Long-term care benefits are generally not subject to income tax in New Mexico, but it's recommended to consult a tax advisor for specific guidance. Note: Al Mutahida, United Arab Emirates, is not relevant to New Mexico regulations. Question 38. Mr. Hernandez is a resident of New Mexico and is considering purchasing a critical illness insurance policy. He wants to understand the payout conditions. According to New Mexico regulations, which of the following statements is most likely true regarding critical illness insurance? A. Critical illness insurance benefits are only paid out if the illness is terminal. B. The specific critical illnesses covered by a policy and the payout amount vary depending on the plan. C. Critical illness insurance benefits are subject to state income tax in New Mexico. D. Critical illness insurance is a mandatory part of all health insurance plans offered in New Mexico. The correct answer is B. The specific critical illnesses covered by a policy and the payout amount vary depending on the plan. Critical illness insurance pays a lump sum benefit upon diagnosis of a covered critical illness, such as cancer or heart attack. The specific illnesses covered and the payout amount vary depending on the chosen plan. Critical illness benefits are generally not subject to income tax in New Mexico, but it's recommended to consult a tax advisor for specific guidance. Critical illness insurance is not mandatory and is a separate product from health insurance. Question 39. Mr. Garcia is a resident of New Mexico and is considering purchasing a Medicare Advantage, Part C, plan. He wants to understand the network restrictions. According to New Mexico regulations, which of the following statements is most likely true regarding Medicare Advantage plans? A. Medicare Advantage plans offer the same benefits and network access as traditional Medicare, Parts A and B. B. Mr. Garcia can choose any doctor or hospital nationwide regardless of the Medicare Advantage plan's network. C. Most Medicare Advantage plans have specific provider networks, limiting his choice of doctors and hospitals. D. Medicare Advantage plans are not available to residents of New Mexico. The correct answer is C. Most Medicare Advantage plans have specific provider networks, limiting his choice of doctors and hospitals. Medicare Advantage plans, Part C, are offered by private insurance companies and approved by Medicare. These plans typically have specific provider networks, meaning Mr. Garcia's choice of doctors and hospitals may be limited to those contracted with the plan. However, some plans offer broader network options or out-of-network benefits with additional costs. Question 40. Ms. Hernandez is a health insurance agent in New Mexico and is explaining fraud, waste, and abuse, FWA, to a client. According to New Mexico regulations, which of the following actions is most likely considered FWA in health insurance? A. A client forgets to pay their monthly premium on time. B. A doctor orders medically unnecessary tests for a patient. C. A client accidentally provides inaccurate information on their health insurance application. D. A health insurance company denies a legitimate claim due to a processing error. The correct answer is B. A doctor orders medically unnecessary tests for a patient. Fraud, waste, and abuse, FWA, are serious concerns in health insurance. In this scenario, B describes an act of abuse, where a doctor orders unnecessary tests, potentially inflating healthcare costs. Ms. Hernandez can educate her clients on the importance of using healthcare services appropriately to combat FWA. Question 41. A resident of New Mexico is considering purchasing a cancer insurance policy. They are unsure if it's a good fit for their needs. According to New Mexico regulations, which of the following statements is most likely true regarding cancer insurance? A. Cancer insurance is a mandatory part of all health insurance plans offered in New Mexico. B. Cancer insurance policies typically offer a lump sum benefit upon diagnosis of cancer. C. Cancer insurance benefits are subject to state income tax in New Mexico. D. Residents of New Mexico cannot purchase cancer insurance policies. The correct answer is B. Cancer insurance policies typically offer a lump sum benefit upon diagnosis of cancer. Cancer insurance is a separate product from health insurance and is not mandatory. These policies typically offer a lump sum benefit upon diagnosis of cancer, which can be used for various expenses not covered by health insurance. Cancer insurance benefits are generally not subject to income tax in New Mexico, but it's recommended to consult a tax advisor for specific guidance. Question 42. Mr. Hernandez is a 65-year-old resident of New Mexico who wants to supplement his retirement income with a life insurance policy. He is in good health and has no dependents. Which type of life insurance policy would be the most suitable option for Mr. Hernandez, considering his financial goals and current life stage according to New Mexico regulations? A. Term life insurance. B. Universal life insurance. C. Whole life insurance. D. Variable universal life insurance. The correct answer is C. Whole life insurance. Whole life insurance offers guaranteed death benefit along with a cash value component that grows over time. This cash value can be accessed through loans or withdrawals during the policyholder's lifetime. For Mr. Hernandez, who wants to supplement his retirement income and has no dependents, the cash value growth of a whole life policy can be a good option to tap into for additional income needs. Term life insurance provides coverage only for a specific period, term, and does not accumulate cash value. Universal life and variable universal life offer more flexibility in terms of premiums and death benefits, but may not be suitable for Mr. Hernandez's goal of building cash value for retirement income. Note: New Mexico requires life insurance agents to disclose all material facts about a policy, including benefits, limitations, and exclusions, before a sale can be made. Question 43. A resident of New Mexico is diagnosed with a pre-existing medical condition. According to New Mexico's health insurance underwriting guidelines, how can this condition impact their ability to obtain health insurance coverage? A. Pre-existing conditions cannot be used to deny coverage entirely. B. Pre-existing conditions can be used to exclude coverage for specific treatments related to the condition. C. Pre-existing conditions can be used to adjust premiums based on the potential risk associated with the condition. D. Both A and B. The correct answer is D. Both A and B. The Affordable Care Act, ACA, prohibits health insurance companies from denying coverage or charging higher premiums solely based on pre-existing conditions. However, insurers can exclude coverage for specific treatments related to the pre-existing condition for a limited period, up to 1 year, after the effective date of the policy. Adjust premiums based on the individual's health status and potential risk associated with the pre-existing condition. New Mexico adheres to these federal guidelines to ensure fair access to health insurance for individuals with pre-existing conditions. Question 44. A health insurance agent in New Mexico is explaining Medicare supplement policies to a client. Which of the following statements is most accurate regarding Medigap policies in New Mexico? A. Medigap plans are standardized across all states and offer identical coverage. B. Medigap plans can help cover out-of-pocket expenses associated with original Medicare, Parts A and B. C. New Mexico mandates all residents to purchase a Medigap plan alongside Medicare. D. Medigap plans provide comprehensive health insurance coverage, eliminating the need for additional insurance. The correct answer is B. Medigap plans can help cover out-of-pocket expenses associated with original Medicare, Parts A and B. Medigap plans, standardized federally, are designed to supplement original Medicare by covering deductibles, coinsurance, and copayments. These plans are not mandatory in New Mexico, and residents have the option to choose from various standardized plans, AN, with different benefits and costs. Medigap plans do not replace primary health insurance and may not cover all medical expenses. It's crucial for agents to explain the limitations and benefits of these plans to ensure clients make informed decisions. Question 45. Ms. Garcia, a resident of New Mexico, is considering long-term care insurance to protect her assets in case she needs future nursing home care. According to New Mexico regulations, what factors should Ms. Garcia consider when evaluating long-term care insurance policies? A. Only the daily benefit amount offered by the policy. B. The benefit period, length of time coverage is provided, and inflation protection for future costs. C. The elimination period, waiting time before benefits kick in, and exclusions for specific types of care. D. All of the above. A, B, and C. The correct answer is D. All of the above. A, B, and C. When evaluating long-term care insurance in New Mexico, Ms. Garcia should consider a comprehensive review of the policy details, including daily benefit amount. This determines the daily payout for covered services like nursing home care. Benefit period. This defines the maximum duration for which benefits will be paid, e.g., lifetime, limited number of years. Inflation protection. Rising healthcare costs can erode the value of the benefit over time. Inflation protection helps maintain the purchasing power of the benefit. Elimination period. This is the waiting time before benefits begin after a qualifying event, e.g., needing nursing home care. Exclusions. Some policies may exclude coverage for specific types of care, e.g., mental health treatment. A thorough understanding of these factors is crucial for Ms. Garcia to choose a long-term care insurance policy that meets her specific needs and financial situation. Question 46. A New Mexico resident is replacing their existing health insurance policy. New Mexico mandates a specific guaranteed issue period for replacing health insurance. What is the guaranteed issue period according to New Mexico regulations? A. 30 days. B. 60 days, 2 months. C. 1 enrollment period per year. D. No guaranteed issue period exists for replacement policies. The correct answer is B. 60 days, 2 months. New Mexico adheres to the federal guaranteed issue right under the ACA. This right ensures individuals can replace their existing health insurance plan with a new one from any qualified insurer in the state during a specific enrollment period, regardless of their health status. The guaranteed issue period in New Mexico is 60 days following the loss of coverage under a previous health plan. Question 47. An agent in New Mexico is explaining disability income insurance to a client. According to New Mexico regulations, what is not a required disclosure for disability income insurance policies? A. Grace period for premium payments in case of disability. B. Definition of disability used by the insurance company. C. Exclusions and limitations of the policy coverage. D. The agent's commission earned from selling the policy. The correct answer is D. The agent's commission earned from selling the policy. New Mexico mandates specific disclosures for disability income insurance policies to ensure consumer protection. These disclosures include definition of disability, how the policy defines disability, and the criteria for receiving benefits. Benefit period, the duration for which benefits will be paid in case of disability. Exclusion and limitations, any conditions or situations not covered by the policy. Grace period, the timeframe granted for missed premium payments before policy cancellation. Agent commissions are not a required disclosure under New Mexico regulations. However, transparency and ethical conduct require agents to disclose any potential conflicts of interest. Question 48. John is a resident of New Mexico and wants to sell accident and health insurance. Which of the following statements is most accurate regarding John's licensing requirements in New Mexico? A. John only needs to pass the New Mexico life insurance exam. B. John needs to pass the New Mexico accident and health insurance exam. C. John needs to pass both the New Mexico life and accident and health insurance exams. D. John does not need any exams to sell accident and health insurance in New Mexico. The correct answer is B. John needs to pass the New Mexico accident and health insurance exam. In New Mexico, a separate license is required to sell accident and health insurance. John does not need a life insurance license to sell accident and health insurance products. Question 49. Mary is a resident of New Mexico and wants to become a licensed health insurance agent. She completed an approved pre-licensing course. According to New Mexico regulations, how long does Mary have to wait to take the New Mexico accident and health insurance exam? A. There is no waiting period. Mary can take the exam immediately. B. Mary must wait 30 days after completing the pre-licensing course. C. Mary must wait 90 days after completing the pre-licensing course. D. Mary cannot take the exam until she finds an employer to sponsor her license. The correct answer is A. There is no waiting period. Mary can take the exam immediately. Once Mary completes the approved pre-licensing course, she can schedule the New Mexico accident and health insurance exam at her convenience. There is no mandatory waiting period in New Mexico. Question 50. David is a licensed life insurance agent in New Mexico. He wants to expand his business and offer accident and health insurance products to his clients. David already completed an approved pre-licensing course for accident and health insurance. Does David need to take any additional exams to qualify for selling accident and health insurance in New Mexico? A. Yes, David needs to take the entire New Mexico accident and health insurance exam. B. Yes, David needs to take a separate accident and health insurance knowledge test. C. No, David does not need to take any additional exams. D. David's life insurance license automatically qualifies him to sell accident and health insurance. The correct answer is C. No, David does not need to take any additional exams. Since David already completed an approved pre-licensing course for accident and health insurance, he is qualified to take the New Mexico accident and health insurance exam. If he passes the exam, he will be issued a separate accident and health insurance license without needing to take any additional courses. Question 51. Sarah is a resident of New Mexico and wants to purchase a guaranteed issue life insurance policy. According to New Mexico regulations, what is the maximum guaranteed death benefit amount available under such a policy? A. There is no maximum limit for guaranteed issue life insurance in New Mexico. B. The maximum death benefit is $25,000. C. The maximum death benefit is $50,000. D. The maximum death benefit varies depending on the insurer. The correct answer is C. The maximum death benefit is $50,000. New Mexico mandates insurers to offer guaranteed issue life insurance policies with a maximum death benefit of $50,000. These policies are available to all applicants regardless of their health status. Question 52. Michael is a licensed accident and health insurance agent in New Mexico. A client asks him about the right to rescind a health insurance policy. Under New Mexico regulations, how many days does a policyholder typically have to rescind a health insurance policy? A. The right to rescind does not apply to health insurance policies in New Mexico. B. The policyholder has 10 days to rescind. C. The policyholder has 20 days to rescind. D. The policyholder has 30 days to rescind. The correct answer is D. The policyholder has 30 days to rescind. New Mexico law grants policyholders the right to rescind, cancel, a health insurance policy within 30 days of receiving the policy and a written explanation of the right to rescind. Question 53. A New Mexico resident purchases a group health insurance policy through their employer. The policy has a network of preferred providers, PPO. If the resident chooses to see a non-preferred provider, out-of-network provider, for covered services, what can they expect regarding reimbursement under the PPO plan? A. The plan will cover 100% of the out-of-network provider's charges. B. The plan will reimburse the resident based on the usual and customary rates for the service in the area. C. The plan will not provide any reimbursement for out-of-network providers. D. The resident will need to pre-authorize the service with the insurance company to receive any reimbursement. The correct answer is B. The plan will reimburse the resident based on the usual and customary rates for the service in the area. PPO plans typically offer lower reimbursement rates for out-of-network providers compared to in-network providers. The reimbursement will be based on the usual and customary rates for the specific service in the geographical area, not the provider's full charges. Question 54. Lisa is a licensed life insurance agent in New Mexico and wants to add disability income insurance to her product portfolio. According to New Mexico regulations, which of the following statements is true regarding disability income insurance producer licensing requirements? A. Lisa does not need any additional licensing to sell disability income insurance in New Mexico. B. Lisa needs to take a separate disability income insurance producer knowledge test. C. Lisa's life insurance license automatically qualifies her to sell disability income insurance. D. Lisa cannot sell disability income insurance without a separate accident and health insurance license. The correct answer is B. Lisa needs to take a separate disability income insurance producer knowledge test. While a life insurance license allows Lisa to sell life insurance products, disability income insurance falls under the accident and health insurance category in New Mexico. To sell disability income insurance, she needs to pass a separate disability income insurance producer knowledge test. Question 55. A New Mexico resident receives a denial of coverage for a health insurance policy due to a pre-existing medical condition. Under the Affordable Care Act, ACA, what recourse does the resident most likely have in this situation? A. The resident can contest the denial with the insurance company and request an independent review. B. The resident can purchase a guaranteed issue life insurance policy instead. C. The resident can appeal the denial to the New Mexico Office of the Superintendent of Insurance, OSI. D. The resident cannot obtain health insurance due to the pre-existing condition. The correct answer is A. The resident can contest the denial with the insurance company and request an independent review. The ACA prohibits health insurance companies from denying coverage based on pre-existing conditions. Residents who receive a denial due to a pre-existing condition can contest the decision and request an independent medical review. Question 56. A New Mexico resident is considering purchasing a long-term care insurance policy. They are concerned about the potential for premium increases in the future. Which of the following features should the resident look for in a long-term care insurance policy to minimize premium increases? A. A guaranteed renewable policy with level premiums. B. A policy with a limited benefit period. C. A policy with a high inflation protection rider. D. A policy with a cash value component. The correct answer is A. A guaranteed renewable policy with level premiums. A guaranteed renewable policy with level premiums ensures the insurance company will renew the policy for the resident's lifetime at the same premium rate, regardless of their health status. This feature minimizes the risk of future premium increases. Question 57. A New Mexico resident is considering purchasing a Medicare supplement, Medigap policy. Medicare Part A covers inpatient hospital stays, while Part B covers outpatient services. How can a Medigap policy help the resident with costs associated with Medicare? A. Medigap plans cover the cost of Medicare Part A premiums. B. Medigap plans cover deductibles, copayments, and coinsurance for Medicare Part A and Part B. C. Medigap plans offer additional benefits like vision and dental coverage. D. Medigap plans can be used to pay for prescription medications not covered by Medicare. The correct answer is B. Medigap plans cover deductibles, copayments, and coinsurance for Medicare Part A and Part B. Medicare Part A and Part B have out-of-pocket costs like deductibles, copayments, and coinsurance. Medigap plans are standardized supplemental insurance policies designed to help fill these gaps in Medicare coverage. Question 58. David is a licensed accident and health insurance agent in New Mexico. A client asks him about the difference between an HMO, health maintenance organization, and a PPO, preferred provider organization, health insurance plan. Which of the following statements best describes the key difference between these two plan types? A. HMO plans require referrals to see specialists, while PPO plans do not. B. HMO plans offer a wider network of providers compared to PPO plans. C. HMO plans typically have lower premiums than PPO plans. D. HMO plans provide coverage for out-of-network providers, while PPO plans do not. The correct answer is A. HMO plans require referrals to see specialists, while PPO plans do not. A key difference between HMO and PPO plans lies in gatekeeper restrictions. HMO plans typically require referrals from a primary care physician, PCP, to see specialists within the HMO network. PPO plans offer more flexibility, allowing members to see any in-network provider without a referral, although out-of-network coverage may be limited. Question 59. New Mexico law mandates insurers to offer guaranteed issue life insurance policies. What are some of the limitations typically associated with these guaranteed issue life insurance policies compared to traditional life insurance products? A. Guaranteed issue life insurance policies have lower death benefit amounts. B. Guaranteed issue life insurance policies cannot be converted to term life insurance. C. Guaranteed issue life insurance policies typically have higher premiums. D. Guaranteed issue life insurance policies are not subject to medical underwriting. The correct answer is D. Guaranteed issue life insurance policies are not subject to medical underwriting. Guaranteed issue life insurance, as mandated by New Mexico law, is available to all applicants regardless of their health status. There is no medical underwriting process for these policies, which translates to limitations such as lower death benefit maximums and potentially higher premiums compared to traditional life insurance products that involve medical underwriting. Question 60. A New Mexico resident is considering purchasing critical illness insurance. This type of insurance typically pays a lump sum benefit upon diagnosis of a covered critical illness. What is an advantage of critical illness insurance compared to a disability income insurance policy? A. Critical illness insurance benefits are not taxable as income. B. Critical illness insurance provides a lump sum benefit regardless of lost income. C. Critical illness insurance premiums are typically lower than disability income insurance. D. Critical illness insurance offers coverage for a wider range of medical conditions. The correct answer is B. Critical illness insurance provides a lump sum benefit regardless of lost income. Critical illness insurance focuses on a specific set of covered critical illnesses. Upon diagnosis of a covered illness, the policy pays a lump sum benefit regardless of whether the illness results in lost income. Disability income insurance, on the other hand, replaces a portion of lost income if the insured becomes disabled and unable to work. Question 61. The New Mexico Office of the Superintendent of Insurance, OSI, regulates the insurance industry within the state. What is the most likely consequence for a life and health insurance agent who violates the OSI's producer licensing requirements? A. The agent may be required to complete additional continuing education courses. B. The agent may face a fine or license suspension. C. The agent will be ineligible to sell any type of insurance in New Mexico. D. The agent will be required to retake the life and health insurance licensing exam. The correct answer is B. The agent may face a fine or license suspension. The New Mexico OSI has the authority to enforce licensing regulations and take disciplinary action against agents who violate them. This could include fines, license suspension, or revocation depending on the severity of the violation. Question 62. A New Mexico resident is considering purchasing a long-term care insurance policy. These policies typically offer coverage for assistance with daily living activities in a nursing home or assisted living facility. What is an important factor for the resident to consider when choosing a long-term care insurance policy? A. Whether the policy covers the cost of prescription medications. B. The benefit period, length of time the policy pays benefits. C. The inflation protection rider option to keep pace with rising costs. D. Whether the policy covers dental and vision care services. The correct answer is B. The benefit period, length of time the policy pays benefits. The benefit period is a crucial factor when choosing long-term care insurance. It determines how long the policy will pay for covered services. Residents should choose a policy with a benefit period that aligns with their anticipated long-term care needs. Question 63. New Mexico law mandates continuing education requirements for licensed life and health insurance agents. What is the primary purpose of these continuing education requirements? A. To update agents on changes in tax laws related to life and health insurance products. B. To ensure agents maintain their knowledge of current insurance products and regulations. C. To promote specific insurance companies and their products to licensed agents. D. To collect fees from agents to support the New Mexico Office of the Superintendent of Insurance, OSI. The correct answer is B. To ensure agents maintain their knowledge of current insurance products and regulations. Continuing education requirements for insurance agents are designed to keep them up to date on changes in the industry, including new products, regulations, and ethical practices. This ensures agents provide competent and compliant service to their clients. Question 64. A client asks a New Mexico resident life insurance agent about the difference between a term life insurance policy and a whole life insurance policy. Which of the following statements best describes the key difference between these two types of life insurance? A. Term life insurance offers permanent death benefit coverage, while whole life insurance does not. B. Term life insurance premiums are typically lower than whole life insurance premiums. C. Term life insurance policies accumulate cash value, while whole life insurance policies do not. D. Term life insurance provides coverage for a specific period, while whole life insurance offers lifetime coverage. The correct answer is D. Term life insurance provides coverage for a specific period, while whole life insurance offers lifetime coverage. The key difference between term and whole life insurance lies in the coverage period. Term life insurance provides coverage for a specific term, e.g., 10, 20, or 30 years, while whole life insurance, as the name suggests, offers coverage for the insured's entire lifetime, as long as premiums are paid. Question 65. A New Mexico resident is considering purchasing a health insurance policy with a high deductible. High deductible health plans, HDHPs, often compared with health savings accounts, HSAs. What is a key benefit of using an HSA in conjunction with an HDHP? A. HSAs allow tax-deductible contributions to be used for non-medical expenses. B. HSAs offer tax-free growth on contributions invested within the account. C. HSAs provide tax-free withdrawals for qualified medical expenses. D. HSAs can be used to pay for health insurance premiums. The correct answer is C. HSAs provide tax-free withdrawals for qualified medical expenses. HSAs are tax-advantaged accounts designed to be used in conjunction with HDHPs. Contributions to HSAs are tax-deductible, and any earnings within the account grow tax-free. Most importantly, Qualified medical expenses can be paid for using tax-free withdrawals from the HSA. Question 66. A New Mexico resident is considering purchasing a life insurance policy with an accidental death benefit rider. This rider pays an additional death benefit if the insured dies due to an accident. When explaining this rider to the client, what should the life insurance agent emphasize as a disclaimer regarding accidental death benefits? A. The rider automatically doubles the face amount of the life insurance policy. B. Accidental death benefits are not subject to income tax for the beneficiary. C. The definition of accident within the rider may have exclusions that could limit coverage. D. The rider premium remains constant throughout the life of the policy. The correct answer is C. The definition of accident within the rider may have exclusions that could limit coverage. Accidental death benefit riders typically have specific definitions of accident that may exclude certain types of accidental deaths. A responsible life insurance agent should highlight these exclusions to ensure the client understands the limitations of the rider's coverage. Question 67. The New Mexico Medicare-Medicaid Assistance Program, MAP, offers assistance to eligible residents with Medicare costs. What is the primary role of the MAP program? A. To provide health insurance coverage to low-income New Mexico residents who are not yet eligible for Medicare. B. To help eligible New Mexicans navigate Medicare enrollment and choose the right Medicare plan. C. To pay for prescription medications not covered by Medicare Part D. D. To supplement long-term care costs for Medicare beneficiaries in New Mexico. The correct answer is B. To help eligible New Mexicans navigate Medicare enrollment and choose the right Medicare plan. The MAP program provides free and unbiased counseling to Medicare-eligible residents in New Mexico. This includes helping them understand Medicare options, compare plans, and enroll in the most suitable coverage for their needs. Question 68. A New Mexico resident is considering purchasing a disability income insurance policy. When evaluating different disability income insurance plans, what is an important factor for the resident to consider? A. Whether the policy definition of disability aligns with their occupation. B. Whether the elimination period, waiting period before benefits begin, is longer or shorter. C. Whether the policy offers a cash value component upon cancellation. D. Whether the policy covers pre-existing medical conditions. The correct answer is A. Whether the policy definition of disability aligns with their occupation. Disability income insurance policies define disability based on the insured's ability to perform their specific occupation, own occupation, or any occupation, Choosing a policy with an own occupation definition ensures benefits are paid if the resident becomes disabled and can no longer perform their current job. Question 69. A New Mexico resident is considering purchasing a cancer insurance policy. This type of insurance pays a lump sum benefit or helps cover treatment costs upon diagnosis of cancer. When explaining this product to the client, what should the life and health insurance agent disclose regarding cancer insurance limitations? A. Cancer insurance policies typically cover all stages and types of cancer. B. Cancer insurance benefits are not subject to income tax for the beneficiary. C. Cancer insurance premiums may increase over time based on the insured's age and health. D. Cancer insurance can be used as a substitute for a comprehensive health insurance plan. The correct answer is D. Cancer insurance cannot be used as a substitute for a comprehensive health insurance plan. Cancer insurance is a supplemental product that provides a lump sum benefit or helps offset treatment costs. It does not replace the need for comprehensive health insurance, which is crucial for covering a broader range of medical expenses. A responsible agent should clarify this limitation to clients considering cancer insurance. Question 70. The New Mexico Office of the Superintendent of Insurance, OSI, mandates a grace period for life insurance premium payments. What is the most likely consequence for a policyholder who fails to pay their life insurance premium within the grace period? A. The policy benefits will be immediately reduced based on the missed premium amount. B. The policy will automatically lapse and coverage will be terminated. C. The insurance company will send a final notice before initiating any action. D. The policyholder will accrue late payment penalties on the missed premium. The correct answer is B. The policy will automatically lapse and coverage will be terminated. Life insurance policies typically have a grace period, usually 30 or 31 days, after the premium due date to pay the premium without penalty. However, if the premium remains unpaid after the grace period expires, the policy will lapse and coverage will be terminated. Question 71. A New Mexico resident is considering purchasing a long-term care insurance policy. These policies can be expensive, so the resident wants to understand the different ways to pay for premiums. Which of the following is not a common payment option for long-term care insurance premiums? A. Using a lump sum payment to prepay all premiums. B. Withdrawing funds from a retirement account, such as an IRA. C. Utilizing dividends or cash value from a whole life insurance policy. D. Setting up automatic monthly premium payments from a checking account. The correct answer is B. Withdrawing funds from a retirement account, such as an IRA. While there may be tax implications to consider, some retirement accounts, like IRAs, allow for penalty-free withdrawals for qualified long-term care expenses. However, using these funds to directly pay long-term care insurance premiums is typically not permitted. The other options listed, lump sum payment, using dividends, cash value, and automatic monthly payments, are common ways to pay for long-term care insurance premiums. Question 72. A New Mexico resident is considering purchasing a Variable Universal Life Insurance (VUL) policy. VUL policies offer the potential for cash value growth based on the performance of underlying investments. What is an important disclaimer a life insurance agent should share with the client regarding VUL policies? A. VUL policies offer guaranteed death benefits regardless of investment performance. B. VUL premiums are typically lower than traditional whole life insurance policies. C. The cash value of a VUL policy can fluctuate based on market conditions. D. VUL policies are suitable for all risk tolerances, regardless of investment experience. The correct answer is C. The cash value of a VUL policy can fluctuate based on market conditions. VUL policies offer the potential for higher returns compared to traditional whole life insurance because the cash value is invested in the market. However, this also means the cash value can fluctuate depending on investment performance. A responsible agent should emphasize this risk to clients considering VUL policies. Question 73. The New Mexico Prescription Drug Monitoring Program, PDMP, is a critical tool for healthcare professionals. What is the primary purpose of the PDMP? A. To provide discounts on prescription medications for low-income residents. B. To track the prescribing and dispensing of controlled substances to prevent abuse. C. To educate the public about the dangers of prescription drug misuse. D. To streamline the refill process for patients taking long-term medications. The correct answer is B. To track the prescribing and dispensing of controlled substances to prevent abuse. The PDMP is a database that allows healthcare professionals to track a patient's prescription history for controlled substances. This helps to identify potential drug abuse and diversion and improve patient safety. Question 74. A client asks a New Mexico resident life and health insurance agent about the difference between a deductible and a copayment. Which of the following statements best describes the key difference between these two cost-sharing mechanisms? A. A deductible is a fixed dollar amount the policyholder must pay before the insurance company starts paying benefits, while a copayment is a percentage of the covered service cost. B. Deductibles apply to all covered services under the plan, while copays are only charged for certain services like doctor visits. C. Deductibles are typically higher for in-network providers compared to out-of-network providers, while copays remain the same. D. The policyholder is responsible for paying the deductible only once per year, while copays can be charged for each covered service. The correct answer is A. A deductible is a fixed dollar amount the policyholder must pay before the insurance company starts paying benefits, while a copayment is a percentage of the covered service cost. A deductible is a fixed amount the policyholder pays upfront before the insurance company starts sharing the cost of covered services. A copayment, on the other hand, is a fixed dollar amount the policyholder pays for each covered service, typically a percentage of the total cost. Question 75. Mr. Hernandez is a 65-year-old resident of New Mexico who wants to supplement his retirement income with a life insurance policy. He is in good health and has a family history of longevity. Which type of life insurance policy would be most suitable for Mr. Hernandez's needs? A. Term life insurance. B. Whole life insurance. C. Universal life insurance, UL. D. Variable Universal Life Insurance, VUL. The correct answer is B. Whole life insurance. For Mr. Hernandez's situation, a whole life insurance policy is a good fit because he is looking to supplement his retirement income. Whole life insurance builds cash value over time, which can be accessed through loans or withdrawals in addition to the death benefit. He is in good health, making whole life premiums potentially more affordable compared to some other options. His family history suggests longevity, so the guaranteed death benefit of whole life is valuable. Question 76. Ms. Garcia is a licensed health insurance agent in New Mexico. A client asks her about the difference between an HMO, health maintenance organization, and a PPO, preferred provider organization, health insurance plan. How should Ms. Garcia explain the key distinctions? A. HMOs offer greater freedom in choosing providers, while PPOs require referrals to specialists. B. PPOs have lower monthly premiums compared to HMOs. C. HMOs emphasize preventive care and have a network of designated providers, while PPOs offer more flexibility in choosing providers but may require referrals. D. Both HMOs and PPOs offer the same level of coverage for all medical expenses. The correct answer is C. HMOs emphasize preventive care and have a network of designated providers, while PPOs offer more flexibility in choosing providers but may require referrals. Here's a breakdown of the key distinctions between HMOs and PPOs in New Mexico. HMO, Health Maintenance Organization, focuses on preventive care and emphasizes using a network of designated providers, doctors, hospitals, within the plan. Typically requires referrals to see specialists within the network. Often has lower monthly premiums due to the emphasis on preventive care and network utilization. PPO, Preferred Provider Organization, offers more flexibility in choosing providers, in-network and out-of-network. May require referrals for out-of-network providers. Often has higher monthly premiums compared to HMOs due to the wider provider choices. Question 77. A resident of New Mexico is considering purchasing a Medicare supplement policy, Medigap, to fill the gaps in their original Medicare coverage. What factors should they consider when choosing a Medigap plan? A. The plan with the lowest monthly premium should be chosen. B. The benefits offered by the plan and how well they align with the individual's healthcare needs are the most important factors. C. The network of providers accepted by the plan is irrelevant. D. All Medigap plans offer identical coverage. The correct answer is B. The benefits offered by the plan and how well they align with the individual's healthcare needs are the most important factors. Medigap plans in New Mexico are standardized under federal guidelines A, B, C, D, F, G, J, K, L, M, N, but differ in the specific benefits they cover. Here are key factors to consider. Covered expenses. This includes deductibles, copayments, and coinsurance for various medical services. Out-of-pocket maximum. This is the maximum amount an individual would have to pay for covered services in a year. Premiums. The monthly cost of the plan varies depending on the benefits it provides. Network of providers. Some Medigap plans may have network restrictions. Question 78. Mr. Hernandez is a 65-year-old resident of New Mexico who wants to supplement his retirement income with a life insurance policy. He is in good health and has a family history of longevity. Which type of life insurance policy would be most suitable for Mr. Hernandez's needs? A. Term life insurance. B. Whole life insurance. C. Universal life insurance, UL. D. Variable universal life insurance, VUL. The correct answer is B. Whole life insurance. Whole life insurance offers guaranteed death benefit and a cash value component that grows over time. This cash value can be accessed through loans or withdrawals during the policyholder's lifetime. Term life insurance only provides a death benefit for a specific period and does not accumulate cash value. Universal life, UL, and variable universal life, VUL, offer more flexibility in premiums and death benefits, but may not be suitable for Mr. Hernandez's goal of supplementing retirement income due to potential market fluctuations. Since Mr. Hernandez is seeking a guaranteed death benefit and a cash value that grows steadily, whole life insurance aligns best with his needs. Question 79. A resident of New Mexico is diagnosed with a pre-existing medical condition. According to New Mexico's guaranteed issue, GI, laws for health insurance, which statement is most accurate? A. The resident is guaranteed coverage by any health insurance company in the state. B. The resident cannot be denied coverage, but insurers can charge higher premiums based on the pre-existing condition. C. The resident is not eligible for health insurance due to the pre-existing condition. D. The resident's access to health insurance depends solely on their employer. The correct answer is B. The resident cannot be denied coverage, but insurers can charge higher premiums based on the pre-existing condition. New Mexico's guaranteed issue, GI, law prohibits health insurance companies from denying coverage based on pre-existing conditions. However, insurers can adjust premiums based on health status, unlike some states with community rating where everyone pays the same rate. Question 80. A health insurance agent in New Mexico is explaining Medicare supplement options to a client. When describing Medigap Plan F, which statement is most accurate regarding New Mexico's regulations? A. Plan F covers the entire Part B deductible in New Mexico. B. Plan F is not available for purchase by new enrollees in New Mexico. C. Plan F has no annual out-of-pocket maximum for covered services. D. Plan F requires a higher monthly premium compared to other Medigap plans in New Mexico. The correct answer is B. Plan F is not available for purchase by new enrollees in New Mexico. Due to federal standardization, Medigap plans offer similar benefits across states. However, some states like New Mexico have opted to discontinue the sale of certain plans, including Plan F for new enrollees. Question 81. Ms. Ramirez is a life insurance agent licensed in New Mexico. A client asks her about the continuing education requirements for life insurance agents in the state. What is Ms. Ramirez's most accurate response? A. There are no continuing education requirements for life insurance agents in New Mexico. B. Ms. Ramirez must complete 8 hours of continuing education every 2 years. C. The continuing education requirements depend on the specific type of life insurance license held. D. Ms. Ramirez needs to complete 24 hours of continuing education every 4 years. The correct answer is D. Ms. Ramirez needs to complete 24 hours of continuing education every 4 years. New Mexico requires life insurance agents to complete 24 hours of continuing education every 4 years to maintain their license. Question 82. A resident of New Mexico is considering purchasing accident and health insurance. According to New Mexico's mandated benefits for individual accident and health insurance policies, which statement is true? A. The policy must cover all mental health services. B. The policy must provide coverage for preventive care services like well child visits. C. The policy has no mandated coverage for prescription drugs. D. The policy must offer coverage for hospitalization with no out-of-pocket costs. The correct answer is B. The policy must provide coverage for preventive care services like well child visits. New Mexico mandates individual accident and health insurance policies to cover preventive care services, including well child visits and immunizations. Mental health services, prescription drugs, and hospitalization coverage may be optional depending on the specific policy. Question 83. A consumer in New Mexico receives a denial letter from a health insurance company for their individual health insurance application. According to New Mexico's health insurance regulations, what is the most important action the consumer should take next? A. Accept the denial and find coverage elsewhere. B. Contact the health insurance company for clarification on the denial reason. C. Appeal the denial to the New Mexico Office of the Superintendent of Insurance, OSI. D. Ignore the denial letter and resubmit the application. The correct answer is C. Appeal the denial to the New Mexico Office of the Superintendent of Insurance, OSI. New Mexico consumers have the right to appeal a health insurance denial to the New Mexico Office of the Superintendent of Insurance, OSI. This process allows for an independent review of the denial decision. Question 84. A life insurance applicant in New Mexico has a terminal illness and wants to secure a death benefit for their family. However, most life insurance companies deny coverage for terminally ill applicants. What option might be available under New Mexico regulations? A. The applicant can purchase a guaranteed issue life insurance policy. B. There are no life insurance options available for terminally ill individuals in New Mexico. C. The applicant can convert their existing group life insurance policy to an individual policy. D. The applicant can apply for a viatical settlement with a licensed viatical settlement provider in New Mexico. The correct answer is D. The applicant can apply for a viatical settlement with a licensed viatical settlement provider in New Mexico. Guaranteed issue life insurance is not available in New Mexico. While traditional life insurance might deny coverage, New Mexico allows viatical settlements. Here, a terminally ill policyholder sells their death benefit for a lump sum payment, typically less than the face value. Question 85. A health insurance agent in New Mexico is explaining short-term health insurance plans to a client. Which statement is most accurate regarding New Mexico's regulations for short-term health plans? A. Short-term health plans can be renewed indefinitely in New Mexico. B. Short-term health plans must cover all mandated essential health benefits in New Mexico. C. Short-term health plans are not subject to any regulations in New Mexico. D. Short-term health plans can only be purchased for a maximum of 364 days in New Mexico. The correct answer is D. Short-term health plans can only be purchased for a maximum of 364 days in New Mexico. New Mexico regulates short-term health plans, limiting their purchase to a maximum of 364 days within a 3-year period. These plans typically offer limited coverage and may not cover pre-existing conditions. Question 86. A resident of New Mexico is nearing retirement and considering a long-term care insurance policy. What is an essential factor to consider when evaluating long-term care insurance options in New Mexico? A. Whether the policy covers assisted living facilities outside of New Mexico. B. The inflation protection rider offered by the insurance company. C. If the policy meets the Federal Partnership Program requirements. D. The tax benefits associated with long-term care insurance premiums in New Mexico. The correct answer is B. The inflation protection rider offered by the insurance company. Long-term care costs are expected to rise over time. An inflation protection rider ensures the policy benefit adjusts for inflation, maintaining its purchasing power in the future. Question 87. Ms. Garcia, a health insurance agent in New Mexico, is explaining Medicare Advantage (MA) plans to a client. Which statement is most accurate regarding the marketing and enrollment rules for MA plans in New Mexico? A. Ms. Garcia can freely market MA plans throughout the year without restrictions. B. New enrollment in MA plans is only allowed during the annual enrollment period, AEP. C. Special enrollment periods, SEPs, allow enrollment in MA plans outside the AEP under specific circumstances in New Mexico. D. Ms. Garcia must complete additional certification to market MA plans in New Mexico. The correct answer is C. Special enrollment periods, SEPs, allow enrollment in MA plans outside the AEP under specific circumstances in New Mexico. While the annual enrollment period, AEP, is the primary enrollment window for MA plans, New Mexico adheres to federal SEP rules. These SEPs allow qualified individuals to enroll in MA plans outside the AEP due to life events like losing employer coverage or moving. Question 88. A consumer in New Mexico receives a health insurance policy with a complex explanation of benefits, EOB. They are unsure about a specific service denial. Which resource is most appropriate for the consumer to clarify the denial according to New Mexico regulations? A. Contacting their employer who sponsors the health insurance plan. B. Reaching out to the healthcare provider who denied the service. C. Filing a formal complaint with the New Mexico Office of the Superintendent of Insurance, OSI. D. Reviewing the appeals process outlined in the health insurance policy document. The correct answer is D. Reviewing the appeals process outlined in the health insurance policy document. Health insurance policies typically outline an internal appeals process for denied services. Consumers should first follow these steps before escalating to external entities. Question 89. An insurance company in New Mexico is developing a new individual health insurance policy. Which factor must be considered when designing the policy according to New Mexico's health insurance reform laws? A. The policy must offer coverage for alternative and complementary medicine. B. The policy cannot impose any annual or lifetime dollar limits on essential health benefits. C. The policy can require pre-authorization for certain medical procedures. D. The policy must be guaranteed issue to all applicants regardless of health status. The correct answer is B. The policy cannot impose any annual or lifetime dollar limits on essential health benefits. New Mexico's health insurance reform laws mandate individual and small group health insurance policies to cover essential health benefits without annual or lifetime dollar limits. Question 90. A resident of New Mexico is considering a disability income insurance policy. Which statement is most accurate regarding disability income insurance benefits in New Mexico? A. There are no state regulations governing disability income insurance benefits in New Mexico. B. All disability income insurance policies sold in New Mexico must offer guaranteed lifetime benefits. C. Benefits from disability income insurance policies are exempt from state income taxes in New Mexico. D. The elimination period, waiting period, for disability benefits cannot exceed 24 months in New Mexico. The correct answer is D. The elimination period, waiting period, for disability benefits cannot exceed 24 months in New Mexico. New Mexico sets a maximum elimination period of 24 months for disability income insurance policies. This means benefits wouldn't begin until 24 months after the disability starts. Question 91. A life insurance agent in New Mexico is explaining different life insurance policy riders to a client. Which rider is most likely subject to specific approval requirements by the insurance company in New Mexico? A. Waiver of premium rider. B. Double indemnity rider. C. Guaranteed insurability rider. D. Accidental death benefit rider. The correct answer is C. Guaranteed insurability rider. Guaranteed insurability riders allow adding additional coverage amounts in the future without medical underwriting. Due to the potential risk for the insurer, these riders often have stricter approval criteria set by the insurance company. Question 92. A consumer in New Mexico is comparing quotes from different health insurance companies. According to New Mexico's health insurance regulations, which statement is true regarding health insurance premium rates? A. All health insurance companies in New Mexico must charge the same rates for identical plans. B. Premiums can vary based on factors like age, health status, and tobacco use. C. Employers in New Mexico cannot contribute to employee health insurance premiums. D. Health insurance premiums in New Mexico are not subject to any state regulations. The correct answer is B. Premiums can vary based on factors like age, health status, and tobacco use. New Mexico allows health insurance companies to consider risk factors like age, health status, and tobacco use when setting premiums. This is known as medical underwriting. Question 93. Mr. Hernandez is a 65-year-old resident of New Mexico who wants to supplement his retirement income with a life insurance policy. He is in good health and has no dependents. Which type of life insurance policy would be most suitable for Mr. Hernandez's needs? A. Term life insurance. B. Whole life insurance. C. Universal life insurance. D. Variable universal life insurance. The correct answer is B. Whole life insurance. Term life insurance provides coverage for a specific period, e.g., 10 or 20 years, and pays a death benefit only if the insured dies within that term. Since Mr. Hernandez does not need temporary coverage and wants to accumulate cash value, term life is not ideal. Whole life insurance offers guaranteed lifetime coverage, a death benefit, and a cash value component that grows over time. This cash value can be accessed through loans or withdrawals while Mr. Hernandez is still living. This aligns well with Mr. Hernandez's goal of supplementing his retirement income. Universal life insurance offers flexible premiums and death benefit options but typically has a lower cash value accumulation rate compared to whole life. Variable universal life insurance links the cash value growth to the performance of investment options, which can be risky for someone nearing retirement like Mr. Hernandez. Question 94. A health insurance policy in New Mexico covers a mandatory benefit but excludes another. Which of the following is most likely a mandatory benefit in New Mexico individual health insurance plans? A. Vision care. B. Mental health services. C. Emergency room services. D. Prescription drugs. The correct answer is C. Emergency room services. The Affordable Care Act, ACA, established essential health benefits, EHBs, that most individual and small group health plans must cover. In New Mexico, EHBs include emergency services https://www.nm.gov/health/. Vision care and prescription drugs may be covered under separate riders or plans, but they are not mandatory EHBs in New Mexico. Mental health services are increasingly mandated in health insurance plans, but coverage specifics vary by state and plan type. New Mexico requires insurers to offer mental health parity legislation ensuring equivalent coverage for mental health and substance use disorder services compared to medical, surgical benefits. https://www.osi.state.nm.us/pages/bureaus/mcb/resources/mental-health-parity. Question 95. Ms. Lee is a life insurance agent licensed in New Mexico. A client asks her about the continuing education (CE) requirements for maintaining her license. What is the most accurate response regarding CE in New Mexico? A. Ms. Lee must complete 20 hours of CE every year. B. There is no CE requirement for life insurance agents in New Mexico. C. CE requirements depend on the specific life insurance lines of authority Ms. Lee holds. D. Ms. Lee must complete 40 hours of CE every 2 years. The correct answer is C. CE requirements depend on the specific life insurance lines of authority Ms. Lee holds. New Mexico CE requirements for insurance agents vary depending on the license type and lines of authority held. Ms. Lee should consult the New Mexico Office of the Superintendent of Insurance, OSI, website for current information. https://www.osi.state.nm.us/. Option A might be the requirement for some agent licenses in New Mexico but may not apply to Ms. Lee's specific situation. Option B is incorrect. New Mexico does have CE requirements for insurance agents. Option D might be the requirement for a different renewal period or license type. Question 96. A New Mexico resident is diagnosed with a pre-existing medical condition. When can they expect a health insurance company to deny coverage based on this pre-existing condition? A. They cannot be denied coverage due to the Affordable Care Act, ACA. B. Denial is possible within the first 12 months of a policy. C. Denial is possible if the condition significantly increases the risk of illness. D. Denial is always possible, regardless of the pre-existing condition. The correct answer is A. They cannot be denied coverage due to the Affordable Care Act, ACA. The ACA prohibits health insurance companies from denying coverage or charging higher premiums based on pre-existing medical conditions. This applies to individual and small group health plans. Question 97. Mr. Garcia wants to cancel his individual health insurance plan in New Mexico. What are some of the important factors to consider before canceling his plan? A. The availability of alternative plans during open enrollment only. B. Potential tax penalties for not maintaining minimum health coverage. C. The possibility of losing guaranteed issue rights if he cancels and re-enrolls later. D. All of the above. The correct answer is D. All of the above. Canceling health insurance can have various consequences. Mr. Garcia should consider limited enrollment periods. Open enrollment is the primary time to switch plans without justification. Canceling outside open enrollment might limit his options. Tax penalties. The individual mandate of the ACA may impose tax penalties for not maintaining minimum health coverage. Guaranteed issue rights. These rights ensure insurers cannot deny or charge more based on pre-existing conditions when enrolling during open enrollment. Canceling and re-enrolling later could jeopardize these rights. Question 98. A life insurance policy in New Mexico includes a grace period for premium payments. What does this grace period typically allow the policyholder to do? A. Cancel the policy without penalty. B. Contest the death benefit payout after the insured dies. C. Pay the missed premium to avoid policy lapse. D. Change the beneficiary designation on the policy. The correct answer is C. Pay the missed premium to avoid policy lapse. The grace period is a time frame, usually 30 or 31 days, after a premium due date during which the policy remains active even if the premium is unpaid. The policyholder can use this time to catch up on the payment and avoid a lapse. Options A, B, and D are not typical functions of a grace period. Question 99. Ms. Garcia is a 65-year-old resident of New Mexico who wants to purchase a long-term care insurance policy. She is concerned about the potential for costs exceeding her policy limits. According to New Mexico regulations, what is one right Ms. Garcia has regarding long-term care insurance policies? A. She can cancel the policy at any time without penalty. B. She is guaranteed coverage renewal regardless of health changes. C. She has the right to guaranteed insurability after a certain period. D. She can choose any physician within the insurer's network. The correct answer is B. She is guaranteed coverage renewal regardless of health changes. New Mexico mandates guaranteed renewability for long-term care insurance policies. This means the insurer cannot cancel the policy or refuse renewal solely because of the policyholder's health condition. Ms. Garcia's right to renew protects her from premium increases due to deteriorating health. The correct answer is C. He must obtain a separate accident and health insurance license in addition to his life license. In New Mexico, life insurance agents require a separate accident and health insurance license to sell accident and health products. This ensures Mr. Hernandez possesses the necessary knowledge specific to accident and health insurance regulations. Question 101. Ms. Martinez is a resident of New Mexico considering a health insurance policy. She understands the importance of understanding policy exclusions. According to New Mexico mandated disclosures, which of the following statements is most likely to be found within a health insurance policy? A. A list of covered benefits with detailed descriptions. B. A comprehensive explanation of the insurer's financial performance. C. A clear outline of any conditions or procedures excluded from coverage. D. Investment options available for the policyholder's premiums. The correct answer is C. A clear outline of any conditions or procedures excluded from coverage. New Mexico mandates health insurance policies to clearly outline exclusions. This empowers Ms. Martinez to make informed decisions about coverage and potential out-of-pocket expenses. Exclusions typically list pre-existing conditions, specific procedures, or limitations on specific benefits. Question 102. Mr. Lopez is a resident of New Mexico considering a Medicare supplement policy, Medigap. He is aware of the standardized plans offered under Medigap. According to New Mexico regulations, which of the following statements is incorrect regarding Medigap plans? A. Standardized Medigap plans are identified by letters A through N. B. Each Medigap plan offers a different set of benefits. C. Mr. Lopez can choose any Medigap plan offered by any insurer in New Mexico. D. Medigap plans cannot duplicate benefits already covered by Medicare. The correct answer is C. Mr. Lopez can choose any Medigap plan offered by any insurer in New Mexico. New Mexico adheres to the National Medigap Standardization System. However, insurers can set their own premiums for each standardized plan. Mr. Lopez should compare pricing and network options among insurers offering the Medigap plan he desires. Question 103. Ms. Lee is a health insurance agent in New Mexico who wants to explain the concept of replacement to a client considering a new health insurance policy. According to New Mexico regulations, which of the following statements accurately describes replacement? A. Adding a new dependent to an existing health insurance policy. B. Canceling an existing health insurance policy and enrolling in a new one. B. Renewing an existing health insurance policy with the same insurer. D. Switching from an individual health insurance plan to an employer-sponsored plan. The correct answer is B. Canceling an existing health insurance policy and enrolling in a new one. Replacement in health insurance refers to canceling an existing policy and enrolling in a new one. New Mexico has specific requirements for insurers regarding replacement, including guaranteed issue rights in certain situations. Ms. Lee should be familiar with these regulations to advise clients accurately. Question 104. Mr. Garcia is a resident of New Mexico considering a life insurance policy. He is interested in a policy with a cash value component. According to New Mexico insurance regulations, which of the following statements is most accurate regarding cash value life insurance? A. The entire premium amount goes towards the death benefit. B. A portion of the premium goes towards a savings component that accumulates cash value. C. Cash value life insurance policies are not subject to state regulations in New Mexico. D. Mr. Garcia cannot access the cash value until the policy matures. The correct answer is B. A portion of the premium goes towards a savings component that accumulates cash value. Cash value life insurance combines a death benefit with a savings element. A portion of the premium is allocated towards a cash value account that grows over time. Mr. Garcia typically has access to this cash value through loans or withdrawals, subject to policy provisions. Question 105. Ms. Hernandez is a resident of New Mexico who recently received a denial of coverage for a health insurance policy. According to New Mexico mandated disclosures, what information should Ms. Hernandez most likely receive within the denial notice? A. A detailed explanation of the insurer's underwriting process. B. Contact information for appealing the denial decision. B. A list of alternative health insurance plans offered by the insurer. D. The specific reasons for the coverage denial. The correct answer is D. The specific reasons for the coverage denial. New Mexico mandates health insurance companies to provide written explanations for coverage denials. This allows Ms. Hernandez to understand the reason for denial and potentially appeal the decision if she believes it's inaccurate. Question 106. Mr. Jackson is a life insurance agent in New Mexico who wants to explain the concept of contestability to a client considering a life insurance policy. According to New Mexico Insurance Code, which of the following statements accurately describes the contestability period? A. The period during which the insurer can cancel the policy for any reason. B. The timeframe after policy issuance where the insurer can contest the validity of the policy based on misrepresentations. C. The time limit for the policyholder to file a claim after the insured's death. D. The period during which the beneficiary can contest the named beneficiary on the policy. The correct answer is B. The timeframe after policy issuance where the insurer can contest the validity of the policy based on misrepresentations. The contestability period allows the insurer to investigate the application for any material misrepresentations by the policyholder. In New Mexico, this period typically lasts for 2 years after policy issuance. Mr. Jackson should be familiar with the specific contestability period in New Mexico to advise clients accurately. Question 107. Ms. Lee is a resident of New Mexico considering a new health insurance policy. She is aware of the importance of understanding policy limitations. According to New Mexico mandated disclosures, which of the following statements is least likely to be found within a health insurance policy? A. A detailed explanation of covered benefits and their associated limitations. B. A clear outline of the policyholder's financial responsibility, deductibles, copays, coinsurance. C. A list of in-network providers participating in the plan. D. Investment options for the policyholder's premiums. The correct answer is D. Investment options for the policyholder's premiums. Health insurance policies in New Mexico are primarily focused on medical coverage, not investment opportunities. Ms. Lee should look for information regarding covered benefits, limitations, and out-of-pocket costs. Investment options are typically not offered within traditional health insurance policies. Question 108. Mr. Rodriguez is a resident of New Mexico considering a long-term care insurance policy. He understands the importance of agent licensing and consumer protections. According to New Mexico regulations, which of the following statements is most accurate regarding the qualifications of a long-term care insurance agent? A. There are no specific licensing requirements for selling long-term care insurance in New Mexico. B. Any life insurance agent licensed in New Mexico can automatically sell long-term care insurance. C. Agents selling long-term care insurance must complete additional training specific to long-term care products. D. Consumers in New Mexico have no right to rescind, cancel, a long-term care insurance policy. The correct answer is C. Agents selling long-term care insurance must complete additional training specific to long-term care products. In New Mexico, agents selling long-term care insurance require a separate license and additional training beyond their life insurance license. This ensures they possess specialized knowledge about long-term care products and consumer protections. Question 109. Ms. Garcia is a health insurance agent in New Mexico who wants to explain the concept of guaranteed issue to a client considering a Medicare supplement policy, Medigap. According to New Mexico regulations, which of the following statements accurately describes guaranteed issue for Medigap plans? A. Insurers are obligated to offer any Medigap plan to any applicant, regardless of health status. B. Guaranteed issue only applies to individuals who are already enrolled in a Medicare Advantage plan. C. Guaranteed issue rights are limited to specific enrollment periods established by Medicare. D. Medigap plans with broader coverage may not be subject to guaranteed issue rights. The correct answer is C. Guaranteed issue rights are limited to specific enrollment periods established by Medicare. Guaranteed issue for Medigap plans in New Mexico allows individuals to enroll in certain standardized plans during specific enrollment windows, regardless of their health status. Ms. Garcia should be familiar with these enrollment periods to advise clients accurately about their eligibility for guaranteed issue. Question 110. Mr. Hernandez is a resident of New Mexico considering a critical illness insurance policy. He wants to understand the concept of financial disclosure by insurers. According to New Mexico insurance regulations, which of the following statements is most likely to be true regarding financial disclosures by critical illness insurers? A. Insurers are not required to disclose their claims settlement history for critical illness policies. B. Financial disclosures by critical illness insurers must be submitted directly to the New Mexico Office of the Superintendent of Insurance, OSI. C. Mr. Hernandez has the right to request and receive financial disclosure information from the critical illness insurer he is considering. D. Financial disclosures for critical illness policies primarily focus on investment returns for the policyholder. The correct answer is C. Mr. Hernandez has the right to request and receive financial disclosure information from the critical illness insurer he is considering. New Mexico mandates transparency in insurance. Mr. Hernandez has the right to request financial disclosure information, such as claims settlement ratios and financial stability ratings, from the critical illness insurer he is considering. This empowers him to make informed decisions about the insurer's financial strength and claims handling practices. Question 111. Ms. Lopez is a resident of New Mexico considering a health insurance policy with an out-of-network provider option. According to New Mexico mandated disclosures, which of the following statements is least likely to be found within the policy documents? A. A clear explanation of the potential for balance billing when using out-of-network providers. B. A detailed list of all in-network providers participating in the plan. C. A comparison of in-network and out-of-network coverage benefits and cost-sharing requirements. D. A summary of the policyholder's rights and responsibilities regarding claim submissions. The correct answer is B. A detailed list of all in-network providers participating in the plan. While some insurers might provide a directory of participating providers, New Mexico regulations don't mandate a comprehensive list within the policy itself. Ms. Lopez can typically access the most up-to-date provider network information through the insurer's website or by contacting customer service. Question 112. Mr. Garcia is a life insurance agent in New Mexico who wants to explain the concept of replacement to a client considering a new life insurance policy. According to New Mexico regulations, which of the following statements accurately describes replacement when it comes to life insurance? A. Adding a terminal illness rider to an existing life insurance policy. B. Converting a term life insurance policy to a whole life policy with the same insurer. C. Canceling an existing life insurance policy and enrolling in a new one with a different insurer. D. Increasing the death benefit amount on an existing life insurance policy. The correct answer is C. Canceling an existing life insurance policy and enrolling in a new one with a different insurer. Replacement in life insurance refers to canceling an existing policy and enrolling in a new one. New Mexico has specific regulations regarding replacement, including free look periods and potential for guaranteed insurability offers under certain circumstances. Mr. Garcia should be familiar with these regulations to advise clients accurately about replacing existing life insurance policies. Question 113. Ms. Hernandez is a resident of New Mexico considering a disability income insurance policy. She understands the importance of understanding policy definitions. According to New Mexico insurance regulations, which of the following statements is most likely to be true regarding policy definitions in disability income insurance? A. Policy definitions are standardized across all disability income insurance policies in New Mexico. B. Insurers are not required to clearly define key terms like disability within the policy. C. Ms. Hernandez has the right to request clarification from the insurer regarding any unclear policy definitions. D. Policy definitions in disability income insurance primarily focus on investment returns. The correct answer is C. Ms. Hernandez has the right to request clarification from the insurer regarding any unclear policy definitions. Policy definitions are crucial in disability income insurance. While not standardized, they should be clear and unambiguous. Ms. Hernandez has the right to request clarification from the insurer if she encounters any unclear definitions within the policy documents. This empowers her to understand the specific terms and conditions of coverage. Question 114. Mr. Johnson is a resident of New Mexico considering a Medicare Advantage plan, MA plan. He is aware of the concept of network limitations. According to New Mexico regulations, which of the following statements is most accurate regarding network limitations in MA plans? A. MA plans in New Mexico are required to offer coverage with any doctor or hospital the beneficiary chooses. B. MA plans can have limitations on the specific doctors and hospitals covered within their network. C. Network limitations in MA plans only apply to out-of-state providers. D. Mr. Johnson cannot switch to a different MA plan if he is dissatisfied with the network options. The correct answer is B. MA plans in New Mexico can have limitations on the specific doctors and hospitals covered within their network. Unlike traditional Medicare, MA plans operate with defined provider networks. Mr. Johnson should be aware of potential limitations on in-network doctors and hospitals within the specific MA plan he is considering. New Mexico regulations allow for network flexibility within MA plans. Question 115. Ms. Garcia is a health insurance agent in New Mexico who wants to explain the concept of pre-existing conditions to a client considering a health insurance policy. According to New Mexico regulations on pre-existing conditions, which of the following statements is incorrect? A. Health insurance issuers cannot deny coverage based solely on a pre-existing condition during guaranteed issue enrollment periods. B. Health insurance plans can impose waiting periods for coverage of pre-existing conditions. C. Ms. Garcia can advise clients to withhold information about pre-existing conditions on their applications. D. There are federal limitations on health insurance plans regarding rescission, cancellation, based on misrepresented pre-existing conditions. The correct answer is C. Ms. Garcia cannot advise clients to withhold information about pre-existing conditions on their applications. New Mexico adheres to federal regulations regarding pre-existing conditions. Withholding information can lead to policy rescission and potential coverage issues. Ms. Garcia should emphasize the importance of honest and complete disclosure on applications. Question 116. Mr. Hernandez is a resident of New Mexico considering a long-term care insurance policy. He understands the importance of understanding policy benefits. According to New Mexico mandated disclosures, which of the following statements is least likely to be found within a long-term care insurance policy? A. A detailed explanation of the specific services and settings covered by the policy, e.g., home care, assisted living facilities. B. A clear definition of the term chronic illness as it relates to eligibility for benefits. C. A description of any limitations on the daily benefit amount or lifetime maximum benefit. D. Investment options for the policyholder's premiums. The correct answer is D. Investment options for the policyholder's premiums. Long-term care insurance focuses on providing benefits for custodial care needs. Investment options are not typically a component of these policies. The focus is on outlining covered services, benefit limitations, and eligibility criteria. Question 117. Ms. Lopez is a resident of New Mexico considering a health insurance policy with a health savings account, HSA. According to New Mexico regulations on HSAs, which of the following statements is most accurate? A. Anyone with a health insurance policy can contribute to an HSA, regardless of their eligibility requirements. B. HSAs are only available to individuals enrolled in high-deductible health plans, HDHPs, as defined by the IRS. C. There are no contribution limits for HSAs in New Mexico. D. Ms. Lopez cannot use HSA funds to pay health insurance premiums. The correct answer is B. HSAs are only available to individuals enrolled in high-deductible health plans, HDHPs, as defined by the IRS. New Mexico adheres to federal regulations on HSAs. To qualify for an HSA, Ms. Lopez must be enrolled in an HSA-compatible high-deductible health plan as defined by the Internal Revenue Service, IRS. This ensures the HSA is used in conjunction with a plan designed for higher out-of-pocket costs. Question 118. Mr. Garcia is a life insurance agent in New Mexico who wants to explain the concept of grace periods to a client considering a life insurance policy. According to New Mexico Insurance Code, which of the following statements accurately describes grace periods? A. The period after a policy lapses where the policyholder can reinstate coverage without penalty. B. A grace period allows the policyholder to cancel their life insurance policy without any fees. C. Grace periods are not mandated by New Mexico insurance regulations. D. The time frame during which the policy remains in force after a missed premium payment. The correct answer is D. The time frame during which the policy remains in force after a missed premium payment. Grace periods offer a safety net for policyholders who miss a premium payment. During this grace period, typically 30 or 31 days in New Mexico, the policy remains active, allowing the policyholder to catch up on the missed premium to avoid a lapse. Mr. Garcia should be familiar with the specific grace period for the life insurance policies he sells. Question 119. Ms. Hernandez is a resident of New Mexico considering a critical illness insurance policy. She understands the importance of understanding policy triggers. According to New Mexico mandated disclosures, which of the following statements is least likely to be found within a critical illness insurance policy? A. A clear definition of each critical illness covered by the policy, along with its diagnostic criteria. B. A detailed explanation of the benefit payment process and timeframe after a covered critical illness diagnosis. C. A list of exclusions for specific conditions or pre-existing conditions not covered by the policy. D. Investment returns associated with the policy's cash value component, if applicable. The correct answer is D. Investment returns associated with the policy's cash value component, if applicable. Critical illness insurance focuses on providing a lump sum benefit upon diagnosis of a covered critical illness. Investment returns are not the primary focus of these policies. The mandated disclosures should detail covered illnesses, the claims process, exclusions, and benefit payout details. Cash value components, if offered within the policy, might have a separate disclosure regarding potential growth or interest rates, but not guaranteed investment returns. Question 120. Mr. Johnson is a resident of New Mexico considering a dental insurance policy. According to New Mexico mandated disclosures, which of the following statements is most likely to be found within a dental insurance policy? A. A detailed explanation of the specific procedures covered by the policy, including frequency limitations. B. A list of participating dentists within the plan's network, categorized by location and specialty, if applicable. C. A comprehensive breakdown of the policyholder's out-of-pocket costs, deductibles, copays, coinsurance. D. Investment options for the policyholder's premiums. The correct answer is A. A detailed explanation of the specific procedures covered by the policy, including frequency limitations. Dental insurance policies in New Mexico typically outline covered procedures, including limitations on how often certain procedures are covered within a specific time frame. Mr. Johnson should be aware of these limitations to understand the extent of his coverage for routine and major dental services.